Hey, 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 what's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to another video episode of Meet the Women Behind the Courage Couture Gala. I am your girl, Leah M. Forney, the CEO and founder of the Save Me movement, the visionary behind the Courage Couture Gala. And let me tell you, I am super excited to bring another team member so y'all can meet her. And so today, I got my sis, my girl, licensed professional counselor extraordinaire, CEO of Purposeful Counseling Extraordinaire, award-winning podcaster of Untoxified Your Relationships Extraordinaire. I probably just read her whole bio, but it's my girl Melissa Webb in the building. What's going on, sis?
I was like, I ain't gotta say nothing.
Listen, I just felt like I gave the whole bio for you. But listen, before we get into the conversation, if there's anything else you want to add, tell the people about yourself.
Of course, I'm gonna add to it. Just like Leah said, my name is Melissa Webb. I'm a licensed professional counselor, licensed in the state of Missouri and Illinois. And I do have my own private practice called Purposeful Counseling, where I am the CEO, and the the founder, the email person, the biller, all the things.
All the
All the
things.
things.
Yeah.
But what we do is at Purposeful Counseling is we believe that relationships thrive when Jesus is at the center. So we are your relationship center where we help you get everything together from premarital counseling. We do weddings, we do
Come
officiating,
on.
we do therapy, we get the individual and couples counseling together. And we also have events where we bring everybody together through community. So that's what we
Yes.
do. And like you said, the award winning, okay?
Okay.
Podcast, Untoxify Your Relationship, which you was with me when I got my award. We drove, girl, and we was tired after that. But anyway, where where I help people get their relationships together to help them untoxify their relationships by letting them know not to follow the culture's way, but follow the kingdom's way. And
Come
that
on.
is what is key when having a healthy relationship, because relationships thrive when Jesus is at the center.
Listen, it's the center for me. It's the
Yay!
center for me. Yes, definitely. Y'all go check out that podcast. I was on it a few times. So just
Mm-hmm.
saying, go check it
Mm-hmm.
out. All
Mm-hmm.
right. So this series is going on the Save Me YouTube channel. And if you don't know what Save Me is, it is a movement. It stands for Sexual Assault Awareness for Victims everywhere. And it started in 2018. And I was like, you know what? We got our first inaugural event coming up, Courage Couture Gala. You were on the team. You were one of the women behind this event. And so I was like, let's talk about it. So I want to know from you, what about this gala was the thing that made you say, I want to say yes to being a part of this?
Well, I say yes because you asked me. I was afraid you was gonna beat me up. I'm just playing. I kid. I kid. I kid.
Get you some
Um,
friends that just say yes because it's you. Like, I swear.
it was you. I say yes. But no, sexual assault awareness is being a survivor. Oh, I am a survivor. Being a survivor is definitely something that I hold near and dear to my heart. As a survivor, I did not have any support.
Yeah.
Um, and was afraid to even tell people about my story. Right? I tell it now because it's been 10 years later. How or even more than that, I don't know. But with that, I do think that survivors need a space, right,
Yeah.
for community to be able to grow and be able to be seen and be heard, and not be judged. So I think what this gala is doing is giving that to survivors, giving them a space where they can come and look cute, get all dressed up, get the face done, get the face beat, get the
Yeah.
nice little cute dress, and also raise money for survivor support. I think that is
Yeah.
definitely what's needed, and not enough people talk about survivor support and what that looks like after the event, right? It's a lot
Yeah.
of things that happen before the event, but we're not doing anything after the event has happened. So yeah.
No, that's real. And that's probably one of the reasons why I tell people I am not a preventionist, because I feel like we have that prevention conversation with the wrong people. We talk to victims and survivors about preventing violence. And I'd be like, yeah, that just says that they could do something to prevent it when we know that they can't. Right. And
Mm-hmm.
so I'm big on community response, but also recovery. Right. And I think that's what the gala, to your point, is all about, is like giving them that space to feel seen and to feel heard, but also to find their people and to find community. Because, like you, I didn't have that either, right? Like
Hmm.
a lot of Black and brown survivors don't have that. Like we literally go through this process by ourselves. And so for me, I wanted to give and create a space to give survivors something I never got, which was community, which was being able to turn to somebody and be like, I'm struggling and I don't know what to do. So I absolutely love that. So I got to ask you, because you're a licensed professional counselor, how
Hmm.
how do these types of events really like help with the healing and the empowerment process for survivors?
Well, it lets them know that they're not alone, right? I think a lot of times when people go through any traumatic event, I
Yeah,
think they always feel like it's just me, and that's just not true. I know when I went through my stuff with sexual assault, I felt alone. Like I
yeah,
didn't know anybody else who's been raped. And went through what I went through, right? So I think when you have these events, again, it creates community, and community is healing in itself, especially if the community is a
yeah.
safe community. Let's put that
Come
there, just
on,
safe,
come on.
safe and
Yeah,
inviting, right? And it has parameters around it. So I think what you're creating with this event is creating that safe environment where people can come and be themselves, and even, like I said, and even dress up a little bit, and that plays into the healing process because when you do heal, I mean, it's okay to heal by yourself, and and
yeah,
just you and your therapist, but research has shown when you have a community of people around you where you have that support, it does help with the healing process. And
yeah,
so I do think what this event is doing is putting people like, hey, let's find your people, let's find your tribe. And finding your people and finding your tribe is everything when it comes to healing, and support and all of that. So yeah, I think
yeah.
what you're doing, again, even though you told me, I say yes because you're my friend. I do believe in community. That's one reason why purposeful counseling is doing community, right? Because
Yeah.
when you come together, you're able to bounce ideas off each other and all of that. So, and understand, like, I'm not alone. I think that's the biggest
Hmm.
thing. I'm not alone. Other people have been through this. They got through it. I can get through it. Just that
Yeah.
encouragement and all of that. So, yeah, I think that's what the gala is doing, is creating that community so people can go forth and be great and find their tribe in the
Yeah,
process.
no, for sure. And I think to your point, community is healing, right? Because again, you're not alone. I think also too, and I was telling this with me and Alexis when we were talking. Shout out to our girl Alexis. But
Hey.
I was telling her one of the things that I've learned on my journey is that when you identify as a survivor, it gives other survivors permission to do the same, right? And
Yeah.
so in events like this, you don't have to be the odd one over there trying to like be like, should I self-identify or not, right? Because you'll be in a room. Yes, there'll be allies and advocates and
Mm-hmm.
community members and loved ones, but there'll be a good chunk of other survivors. So when someone is like, is there a survivor in the room? Like you
Yeah.
don't have to be like, I don't know if I want to tell anybody, right?
Yep.
Like you don't
That
have
church finger,
right, you
like.
don't gotta do the church finger, right? Like, because then you'll see the hands start going up and other people identifying. And I think that's the beautiful thing about creating spaces where it's safe, to your point, right? Is that you give other people permission to identify as well and say, yeah,
Yeah.
it happened to me too. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
not the only one going through it. And to your point of like, I'm not alone. Because I think the thing that people don't realize is that like the trick of the enemy is isolation.
Oh.
Like he wants you to be
Mm.
sitting over there by yourself on your little island,
Ruminating.
right, ruminating, believing the lie that you're going by
Mm-hmm.
through this by yourself, that nobody else is going to understand. And the thing is, people might not understand the exact experience that you
Yeah.
had, but they'll understand the emotions, they'll understand the pain, they'll
Yep.
understand your process because they've
Mm-hmm.
walked through that process. And
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, I agree with you on that for sure. So you are survivor support at this event.
I am.
Talk to us about why that's important for this type of event.
Survivor support is important. One, because I'm doing it. Nah, I'm just playing. But yeah, I play all day. I don't even know when to be serious half the time. Y'all be like, is she really a CEO? I am. But I do think survivor support is important with an event like this. We will be having survivors telling their story, of course, with
Yeah.
parameters around it. And we don't know who's coming, what they coming with, and things can get triggered. Hell, I could get triggered. It's been 10 years and I'm a
Yeah. Yeah.
it's just sometimes things can just get triggering, right? And if you don't have the right skills, the coping skills, or the right support, like we talked about, that can help you through your triggering situation or process, then yeah, it could become a whole thing at a whole
Mm-hmm.
gala, right?
Yeah.
So what survivor support is doing, not only are we supporting the survivors, we're also supporting everyone that's in the audience. So we will have what we call it, a comfort room.
Yeah.
That was
Comfort
my
room.
word, comfort room. We're gonna have a comfort room there where if you're feeling triggered or if it's just too much or you just like, I just need a break. Cool, come to the comfort room. We'll have ways that you can let people know that you want to go there. And
Yeah.
we will be there, myself, another licensed therapist, Chelsea, and of course,
Yep.
Leah is a licensed therapist. We speak it into existence. Come on, Jesus. In Jesus' name. And so we will have a couple of people there to help you through uh, your triggering situation, or if you just need a
Yeah.
break or whatever, you just want to talk, like we will be there to help you. So we're not just there for the survivors, we're also there for the audience and anybody else
Mm-hmm.
that will be in attendance. And we will be there to help you with, or help whoever with calming down, needing a
Yeah.
break, with their triggering and all of
Mm-hmm.
that. So we're there as a support, not just for survivors, but for everyone. We're just here to support everyone. That's my heart anyway. I'm a therapist. It's what I do. Support.
No, that's real. I think for me, when we started planning this, and it's crazy to think that we've been planning for like 6 months already,
Has
but
it been 6 months?
literally it's been going on 6 months. You gotta remember we started like September of last year. Yeah, it's been some months. But when I was thinking about like this event and who it was for, like for me, I'm big on not re-traumatization. Like
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, nah, ain't nobody getting re-traumatized on my watch.
That part.
Like, not at all. We putting
Yeah.
the parameters in place
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I personally, even though it's been 12 years for me, like to your point, like people could easily get triggered. You know what I'm saying? Like, you never know what's going to be the thing that you hear, right? That's going to make somebody be like, oh my God, this is too much. And so for me, it was like, all right, I said, Melissa on the team, she licensed. Chelsea on the team, she licensed. I'm in the process of getting licensed.
In
I'm
Jesus' name,
like,
you're gonna be licensed. You better
I'm
speak it in
like,
Jesus' name.
between the three of us,
Yeah.
like we can definitely make sure that people are good. You know what I mean? And so yeah, the comfort room is definitely one of those things. I created a whole anonymous form where people will be able to just go ahead and scan the QR code that'll be at the table, fill it
Mm-hmm.
out real quickly. It goes to all three of our emails. So whoever
Mm-hmm.
gets it, like we'll be able to just go ahead and bring you to that space because I'm big on not re-traumatizing. And then the other reason why we had to put survivor support in space because we do have survivors telling their story. Like our MC is a survivor. We have three courageous survivors sharing their stories on
Mm-hmm.
a panel. We have a keynote who's a survivor. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? So for me, it wasn't just thinking about those that's in the audience that's going to be watching. It's also them as
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
right? And so we put a whole safety plan together. you
Mm-hmm.
know,
Safety plan, parameters, all the
listen,
things. Like we got it down pat. I mean, trauma informed is. I'm huge on trauma informed. I
yeah.
know a lot of companies say they're trauma informed, but we're not going to even go there. But but we really wanted to be trauma informed when it came to this event, and
Mm-hmm.
really with our survivors, let them know what type of language to use, and
Yeah.
even letting our audience know. Like we have, I believe we have a page in the program that says
Yeah.
like, hey, this is what's happening, trigger warning. Like
Yep.
we're doing everything that we need to do to let our audience know and let our survivors know, like, hey, we're trying to be as trauma informed as we can be, right? And we also want to give everybody a space where they can, if they're having issues or they're having re-traumatization or whatever triggering.
Yeah.
Like we want to make sure that we have a space available for you and not just say we're trauma informed and we just gonna say, well, we have fun, go about your way.
Right. No, for real. Cause that was big. That's why when I
Mm-hmm.
was creating that form, I was like, all right, who's your emergency contact? Cause
Yep.
like in those moments, you may not be able to come down depending on how deep it goes, prayer,
Yep.
fingers crossed and that it don't happen. But we wanted to make sure all of the parameters was in place. The
Mm-hmm.
beautiful thing
Mm-hmm.
is our security is Prince George's County Police Department, right? So like we did our part to be like, hey, listen, we need all all the things
All the
in
things.
place because we're
Yes.
not gonna sit here and have nobody go back home for re-traumatized. So
Not on my watch, and then be like, I left the gala and they didn't do nothing. We ain't finna get sued.
listen, not I,
Not I.
not I.
Not
I
my
don't.
license.
Not my license, not my business, not
Mm-hmm.
listen, I don't
Mm-hmm.
look good in prison colors, so yeah, no.
Orange look good on me on the beach, not in prison. Okay.
Okay. Exactly. So speaking of the survivors in the room, what are some of the things you're hoping that they walk away with that night?
That's a good question. Um, One community, like we talked about earlier,
Yeah.
and just knowing like I'm not alone. Um, I really do hope survivors walk away with a tribe, right? I
Mm-hmm.
really do hope that either they hear a story and they'll walk up to them like, oh my God, I didn't know, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
That was me, and just being able to be like, hey, can I have your number? Can we talk? Can we do this? Right. I'm excited to hear about these stories because I've been talking to the survivors that's going to give
Yeah.
their stories. I'm like, girl, what? How can
Yeah.
they talk? And so I'm excited. I'm also excited to see like what services and stuff that these people can walk away with. I know
Mm-hmm.
after the event, we're gonna try to have like a what is this? What I call it something like a circle time, pretty much
Mm-hmm.
to kind of like do like a recap of the event and just get people's opinions and what they need,
Yeah.
and also give out some resources as well. So that is something I also want people to walk away with resources. Whether it's my number, your number,
Yeah.
anybody who has any resource, I want people to walk away with that. And at the end of the day, I just want people to walk away feeling seen. Like I
Mm-hmm.
think that's huge in this community of survivors. Just knowing that someone sees me, someone hears me, because that's not always someone's case, right? Someone could have went to the police and no one saw or heard them, right?
Yeah.
But coming to this event, that can change the whole trajectory of how they see and hear themselves and how they see their situation of being sexually assaulted. So I just think that being seen and heard, for me, that's
Yeah.
huge. If you don't see or hear me, I'm pissed, right? So I
Yeah.
can only
No, for
imagine
real.
what it feels like for someone else to not feel seen and heard. So walk away just being like, that was a good event, and I felt like I was heard, I was seen, I walked away with resources, and I got a try, baby. That was worth all that little $100 something I spent, right? So
Yeah.
that's what I want survivors to walk away with.
No, for real, that's so good because that's the goal for me, right? It's just like don't leave the room without getting connected to somebody. We got people coming from all over
Mm-hmm.
to like be here, like traveling literally all over to be
I'm one of them.
at these listen, I mean our MC coming from Michigan, like we got people throughout Maryland, we got people in Virginia, we got
St.
people
Louis,
coming from
Missouri. You know what
right,
I'm
like
saying?
Wisconsin, like we got people
Yeah.
traveling for this event. And so that was my biggest thing is like, I want you to feel seen. I want you to feel heard. And I want you to find your people. Don't leave out of that room without connecting with somebody. Like, get a number, get an Instagram, get something so that you don't have to go through this by yourself. Especially
Absolutely.
because we're catering to Black and brown folk. Like, everybody can come, but our people, we're the ones that typically go through this thing in silos. And it's like, no,
Mm-hmm.
we're not. Listen, Courage Couture is designed to break that. We're not doing silos no more because the silos is what's keeping you stuck. It's what's
Yep.
keeping you in bondage. It's what's keeping you from getting to where God really wants you to be. And so we're going to break that night because, yeah, you're going to find some community. You're going to find somebody in
Yeah.
that room, whether they in your state or not, that you can connect with. So I agree with that. And the resources is big. One of the things that we are doing is curating swag bags, and I'm already like, let me order all these national resources, get these brochures to my house to go in these swag bags because absolutely, like you need to know who you can call. There's so many crisis lines now, so many
Mm-hmm.
hotlines now, so many text lines now where you could text a code and all it. Like I am like, nope, we need to make sure all those things are in these swag bags outside of just goodies and things like that, so that if you are feeling stuck, if you are feeling like you're in a crisis mode and you can't get to a Melissa or you can't get to a Chelsea or can't get to Leah, like you have these national resources that you can call and someone will be on the other end to walk you through that
Mm-hmm.
moment. So
Mm-hmm.
1,000%, 1,000%. So I want to ask, because you started talking about it, what are you most
Mm-hmm.
excited about? What are you most excited about the night of the gala? What is the thing that you want to see?
Oh, so many things. One thing I'm excited about is the food. So Caribbean Fire
Mm-hmm.
is the
Listen.
caterer. And
And
Leah took me there when I came and visit in Maryland. And baby, it's the pause, baby. Fire. Caribbean Fire is
it's
fire,
fire.
right? Fire. Like,
Listen.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
excited about that food, baby. I'm like, because I'm a foodie at heart. And so,
Yeah.
yes, I'm excited about the food. I'm not gonna spoil the menu, but there is
Listen.
chicken on there. There's chicken. Um,
Listen.
but I'm excited about the food. Besides that, I'm excited to see Black and brown people,
Yeah.
right, celebrating each other,
Yeah.
and really getting out there. I mean, it's a gala, so we're gonna be looking cute. We're gonna be in our after five attire. I'm gonna have on some J's because I'm be running around. However, kind of space. I'm excited to see Black people coming together for a
Yeah.
good cause,
Yeah.
right? And really having fun and experiencing the night, right?
Mm-hmm.
Experiencing the joy, experiencing the lux, because we're at a country club, y'all. Oh, former country club, but
Yeah.
like I think we need to do more events like this, to really celebrate people, celebrate
Mm-hmm.
survivors, celebrating people of color, celebrating just the ambiance of the night and whatever that is. So I'm
Yeah.
excited to see us looking
Yeah.
real cute. With these dreads gonna be retwisted and looking cute. You know what I'm saying? And just being out here, just being fun and just having a good time. I'm also excited to see the keynote and its
Yeah.
survivors support.
The
What we call what?
panel.
Thank you,
Yeah.
girl. I was like, the words ain't coming. I'm so excited to see like how how courageous these women are going to be.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever told my story in public. I've always told it like in therapy sessions, to kind of help people. But
Mm-hmm.
to sit there and say it in public and to really, let people know like, yeah, I this happened to me, but look at me now because I'm not where I used to be and the healing
Yeah.
journey and all of that. I think that is so powerful for people to know. And not just people who are survivors. I mean, if you go through anything traumatic, right? Just to know like you don't have to stay here. You can always move forward. There's always something on the other side. And God will definitely use everything for his good,
Yeah.
right? He would definitely
Yeah.
have a Romans 8:28 moment
Come
with whatever
on.
you're going through. Sorry, the preachers are coming out of me. And
Come
so,
on.
so yeah, I'm just excited to see like all three of those things: the food, the
Yeah.
ambiance, and the fun, and just seeing Black and brown people come together and have a good time and celebrate one another, and also just how these courageous women are going to be up here on this stage, not only telling their story, but really letting you know like there's more besides this event that's happened to you. You are more than
Yeah.
just a survivor, right? You're more than just being sexually assaulted. Like you are a whole human being that have a whole life ahead of you, and you can get through this because I got through it, right? So I think I love that, and also I'm excited to see the team because we
Yeah.
see each other on Zoom for the last apparently
Six
9 months.
months. Yeah. No, seriously. Yeah, no, I'm excited about all of that too. I think what I'm really even more excited about is our boy Roman singing an
Mm,
original song and him
I
being a
forgot about
male
Roman.
survivor. Like him being a
Yes.
male survivor, a black male survivor at that,
Mm-hmm.
and like having written an original piece for this moment. Like I'm extremely, first of all, our boy can sing. He can sing down.
Sang.
Okay, so I'm gonna definitely make sure not to throw a shoe at him while he up there.
Don't throw
But
no
like,
panties either.
right.
Like,
I mean, listen, our boy played for the other team, but still, I think that's what I'm excited about too, that we have a male survivor voice because again, we like for me, I'd be like, we need more males' voices in this movement. Like we
mm-hmm.
need more of them coming alongside, even as allies, to just be like, yeah,
Yeah.
what happened to you? I don't like it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I think it's exciting that we have that piece too. And yeah, I'm excited about Dr. Dominique, our keynote. Listen, I've been girl fanning off of that woman for years. And look, she'd be like, the feeling is mutual. I'll be girl fanning over you too. But
Aw.
like that woman right there, listen, I just can't wait for I can't what like I've experienced her, you know what I mean? Even though it was virtually. So I'm excited to experience her in person. But I'm like, I don't know if the people ready because Dr.
Mm.
Dominique come in with the heat. And it just so happens like her theme song is my theme song, which is Girl on Fire by Alicia Keys. So like we like, I guess that's the theme for the night, you know? So I agree with you on that. Like I think it's gonna be a night of just celebration, community, encouragement, you know, really people realizing like you really don't have to go through this by yourself. Like if you are after this night, if you are still in a silo, it's because you're choosing to be there.
Yep.
Because everything you need is going to be at that event.
Mm-hmm.
Like seriously, that's how much we have literally been together for months every third Wednesday, like planning, strategizing, doing all the things. So yeah, definitely get your ticket. So as we wrap up, I want to ask you, what is something that you would say to someone who is watching this and they're just not sure whether or not this place in this space is for them? Like they're like, I think I want to come to the gala. I don't know if I want to come to the gala. What would you tell them?
Why you hesitating? I don't understand why you're hesitating. We got food, we feeding you, right? We got an original song coming. We got some dope black women, that's women, not women. We got some dope black women who are going to sit up here and tell their story, right? You will be in the midst of excellence.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you hesitating? The world is crazy, as we can see. We got
Child.
tariffs. We got other stuff going on. Listen, them tariffs. It's always about the tariffs. The tariffs is doing stuff. We got other. Like the world is crazy. Why not come to an event where there's no anxiety, there's
Yeah.
no worry, there's no depression, there's nothing but celebrating and light. Like, why would you not want to be in that type of situation or environment? You can,
Yeah.
like you said, you choosing to deal with the tariffs at this point. Get off the
Mm-hmm.
TikTok, get off the Reels, get off the Instagram, and come to somewhere where you can find community, where you can find some dope black women and men. You might even
Mm-hmm.
find your booter, you know, because we all gonna be looking cute. So, and come get some food. We feeding you. I don't understand. Food is there. If food is there, I'm there. I don't understand why people won't come if food's not there. But that's it. Like,
Yeah.
go to a place where we're celebrating and we're not worried about all the other things that's going on in the world. Because the world has its own worries. Like, we're trying to
Yeah.
create a space where, you know, there's celebration, light, and love, and joy, and peace, and all of that. If you want to experience that and not this foolishness that's going on called the United States of America, come here
Yeah.
on October 24th. So I would say don't hesitate, get your ticket. You know, it's going to be a time and you don't
No,
want to
for
miss
real.
this time. It's going to be great.
Nah, 1,000% agree. And I think it's just like just give yourself one permission to have one night to yourself, you know, like one night where you ain't got to think about the tariffs. You ain't got to think about the fact that the United States is going up in flames. You know, you ain't got to think
Kapoom!
about you ain't got you ain't got to think about, you know, the current administration over here trying to kill democracy. Like you ain't got to think about none of that because you can be surrounded by people. You know what I mean? And we got a DJ, y'all. Like, come on now. Like, we yes,
uh,
there's a program. Yes, there's a whole little 2
we
hour and a half
kicking it
block,
afterwards.
but we turning up.
I mean, turning up on water because there's
Right.
no alcohol.
Listen, on mocktails. And
Unlocked
listen,
on
if
punch.
right. Because and look, we did that. I did that intentionally because you won't get drunk on my dime. Like,
Ain't
I
not
mean,
gonna
you
crash.
can just know that Prince George's County Police Department is security. So,
That part.
like, you know, as they would say in my hometown of New York, leave in peace or leave with the police. Like, it's you know, those are options.
Only in New York City.
That's your options, you know.
Only in
So
Brooklyn.
listen, I'm just saying. So it's just that's what that night is about. Just come and get your, not worry about all the other things, because life gonna life. It's gonna
Life
be
gone
here.
life.
Like we still got over 1,300 plus more days to deal with this fool. Like it's
That's
gonna
all
be
right.
there. Put
Mm-hmm.
all of that to the side and just
Mm-hmm.
come and show up for yourself and really find your people, because I promise you, community makes life easier. When you have folk that you can call, that you could be like, I'm about to go burn this job down because they're getting on my damn nerves and
That part.
all the things, like the people that get it, because it's hard to be in community with people that don't get it. But when you find and curated space with people that get it and they
Yeah.
not gonna judge you, that's what this gala is about. Finding those people that ain't gonna judge you. Because trust me,
Yeah.
Melissa and I call each other all the time and be like, girl, I'm about to about to be everybody but a child of God right now. Help me, like
Run up,
holy
get done
and
up.
hood all at the same time.
Run up, get done up. Run up. I'm sorry.
Okay, so
That would
so
be one of
sis,
the songs played at the gala afterward. Run up, get done up. Okay.
listen, I'm telling y'all now, if you hear Juvenile back that ass up drop, and I'm so don't.
And we gonna be dropping it in our after five.
I'm telling y'all, the time is about to be had. So if you have not gotten your tickets, get your tickets. The link is gonna be right in the description of this episode. Get your tickets. Sis, before I let you go, please tell the people how they can connect with you.
Hey, so what's my website? Oh God, I almost forgot it. Woo! It's been a long day. Purposeful-counseling.com is my website. It's where you can find all the things about me, the practice, what we do, how we do it, how to get some services, because we have everything that you need in one center. Also, you want to find me on social? Let's see. We have Purposeful Counseling on Facebook and Melissa Webb on LinkedIn, Melissa Webb on Facebook. I'm not really on Instagram. I'm on TikTok every now and again. But yeah, those are places. Just find me on the
Listen,
website,
just
purposeful-counseling.com.
that's it. Find her on the website. Well, listen, y'all, thank y'all for joining us and getting to know the heart and the mind and the brilliance behind another woman behind the Courage Couture Gala. Again, get your tickets. Hope to see y'all there October 24th, 2025, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at the Prince George's Ballroom. Tune in again soon for another episode. Talk to y'all later. Peace.